play too? It'll be fun.
Hey everybody, Peter Panic here, bringing you my very first League of Legends commentary. I decided to choose this
30
video
seconds until minions
because,
spawn.
I don't know, it went well and it was short, and so you guys don't have to sit through too much of me sitting and talking. And I try to cut most of it out that wasn't really relevant. So, hopefully this goes well. As you can see, I started a early Doran's Ring for Annie, just basically because of the mana regen. It's something I noticed that Reginald did in his brand builds, is he'd build multiple 2 or 3 mana rings. So I thought, why not? I build Annie almost exactly the same way as you would build Brand. And Brand's one of my mains, so I don't really play Annie very often. This is probably my 10th or 11th time playing her, so but it ends up being pretty good. We're actually playing with a buddy of mine, Mr. Manslaughter, and then someone new to the game. His name's The Hard Button, and he's playing, I think, Ashe this game. I don't really remember, but yeah, it's Ashe, actually, I remember now. But yeah, I mean, most of this early laning is pretty boring to watch, so you don't really have to. But if you notice, I kind of try to stay out of Soraka's range because her range is huge. Now Annie's auto attack obviously has the largest range in the game, but as you can see, I'm just trying to build that farm up and get my stun up at the same time, so I can just kind of knock her down little by little. Lucky I used my ignite right there, as well as my flash to go get the first blood. It's really important to early game get that kill. Now, what you'll see here is you'll probably see me push up the minions as much as I can while she's not in lane, because then this is just free farming, and I know I have to go back anyways, so I'm just going to try to get as much farm as I possibly can before I have to go back, which almost the second she gets back is I'm going to have to go back because I started mana ring. I don't have any pots or anything like that, so see, I just keep trying to get my farm on, which that sounds stupid now that I said it out loud, getting my farm on, but I tell Alistar he can come down and, you know, cover my lane if he wants, and as soon as I see Soraka, I just decide, well, I'm just gonna get out of here, so.
A summoner has reconnected.
And I tried to, you'll see him, Mordekaiser kept disconnecting, reconnecting, I don't know, the whole game. It didn't really actually affect the game that much because he was pretty much in lane a lot. But yeah, as you can see, Soraka's silence has a huge range on it, as well as her, I don't remember what it's called, star something. Those little things coming down from the sky. Huge range. She can just harass with that. So basically, as Annie, what you're basically trying to do is get your stun up, which is, I think most people know this, but if you don't, it's every 5th ability that you cast, you get a stun. That whatever your next ability that does damage, it will stun. So you see me pop my Molten Shield, that's my 5th ability. So my next ability now is going to stun. As you can kind of see, there's a ring around my waist, kind of like a hula hoop. And that will ensure that she can't chase me down if I don't want her to. But the problem with Soraka, though, is you run in there to hit her and she silences you, she's going to mess you up. There's not much you can do about it, really. So you just got to kind of stay back in your lane and try to play smart. I chose this game because it wasn't, I just didn't walk all over her. You know, I got an early kill, but by no means did I just absolutely destroy her. So I wanted to make sure I had a game that was kind of fun to watch. Also, we had some really good ganks this game, you know, which is they're always fun to watch. But as you can see, I get a little aggressive here, trying to show her I'm not worried about her. Usually you'll see after she calls that, you know, the star thing where it shoots down from the sky. Usually once I see her cast that, I'll try to run in. Right now, you know, I see she's not showing up in lane, so I make sure I try to call MIAs as often as possible in the chat, but a lot of the guys I'm actually playing with this game were in a Skype call. So right now I can see Soraka's bottom, so I'm pushing. I'm just pushing as hard as I can, trying to get as many hits as I can on this turret, to make this game a little bit easier later in the game. Right now, it might not seem like much, but later in the game, when you're making team pushes and you're trying to get, you know, turrets down, it's good to, you know, hit away at them a little bit over time. Right here, you see her coming for a gank. She flashes in. I flash out. She exhausts. There's not much I can do at this point. So I try to hit her with tippers, try to do as much damage as I can. There's not much I can do. So this is me coming back after respawn. As you can see, she did not recall. She stayed in the lane, farmed up. She did quite a lot of damage to my turret. It's not really anything I could have done on that gank. Except for when I saw her running back, I probably should have pieced out of there. I probably shouldn't have sat in there like I knew something. So you see, we just go back to the laning phase, which is kind of boring to watch, I know, but it's honestly, if you want to become a better League of Legends player, you really need to work on your farm. Usually, what I noticed, my friend told me this, who's very good. His name's Sizo, very talented player, but he said if you look at the best players in the game, players with most of the kills and assists, they have the most creep score. And sure enough, I started looking at that stat. So right here, you see she silences me. I don't know exactly what was going on there. I'm playing a little aggressive because I got my stun up. So I stun her, she silences me. There's not much I can do. I got a Singed coming in here, but nothing's really going to happen. As you see, he chases her out there and does all this stuff, and it's just a huge waste of time. Except for he knocks her back, I get a nice Tibbers call on her, and we got Alistair coming in. He's going to get the easy kill. I'm going to hide calling this bush. So actually, him Singe chasing down the kill there was actually good for the team. I got an assist gold. You know, it's not bad. It's not a bad game so far. So again, I go straight back to mid lane. I got my buddy Evan here helping me out with the lane. I say, okay, well, let's just push this because she can't take both of us on the tower. So let's try to get as much hits as we can in, and she's not gonna be able to take both of us at the same time. So we do a little bit of damage to her. She's got a heal, as you can see right there. But you see Evan ults right there. Usually we can catch up to her. Bad flash on my part. Got Renekton now. I stun to make sure that we can both get away. He has to back off because it's just not going to work out for him. Basically now, what I would expect to happen is Renekton covers the lane while Soraka goes back to heal. Usually you can expect that. As you can see, Soraka goes back. Renekton's there. He probably couldn't take Ashe and I at the same time, even though I'm very low on mana, and he's probably not smart enough player to know that he could come out after us. Ashe might be able to burst him down. The thing is, I don't know, it'd be really close, especially with my stun up. It'd be really close. If I drop Tibbers on him, that'd be it. So they're both back now. He's back off. There's no point in trying to push it. Now we got a little bit of, it's Singed here, so we can kind of play a little bit more greedy because he can do stuff like that. So I'll stun, but again, I'm getting silenced, and I don't have any mana, so I can't cast Tibbers down. So a lot of this is we're just kind of dancing in the middle, as I call it. A lot of my teammates I play with will say, "Oh yeah, well, Dave definitely calls it dancing," because that's basically everyone does. Nobody actually does anything. See Mundo comes up. It's gonna hit, and then you'll see Singed here. He lags a little bit and runs in, and I'm telling him back up, back up, back up, and he starts to, and then he lags out in there and dies right about now. So unfortunately, that'll happen from time to time. So we just kind of retreat back a little bit. And as you can see, I have a buddy here teleporting in. It's J4, Mr. Manslaughter. Flashes up, puts them in the arena, and it really allows us to attack. You can see Teemo gets the best of me. I know I'm gonna die, so I just try to do a little bit of damage and pull him in. I knew I was gonna die though. This is just a couple minutes later, after J4 and Ashe both go back, and then they return to their lanes. You see Alistar here and I taking over mid a little bit.
An enemy has been slain.
You can see in the chat in the bottom left, I'm asking Singe, what happened there? Why did you run in? That was so stupid. And, I lagged, and that'll happen from time to time. You can see as I see my teammates here getting ready for the gank, but they run into a Teemo mushroom, and everything is lost. That's one thing. I mean, Teemo's not that great of a player, but man, those mushrooms, just 10-minute wards. You can put them anywhere you want on the map, and they're incredible. So you can see right here, my teammates start thinking, oh, we're gonna go down. I'm a keen and firm believer in not chasing people around the map. You see a lot of teams, a lot of decent teams will force you to come down bottom or something, but you can see just, J4 down there, you can see on the mini map, he's got teleport, he can sustain both of those players and allow me and Ashe to sit here, farm, get experience, and we're not running away, not wasting time. Well, my buddy, since we're all on Skype together, he says, hey, come down. We're going to take care of these guys. It's going to be easy. Let's do this. The one thing I didn't think about before doing this, Teemo's has mushrooms all over the place down here. He got a little unlucky right there. It was a great shot by my buddy Evan. He had no chance. I got a little chaos right there, but since, Evan was the one who started, it's fine. Now, Singe will probably flip this guy back. Maybe... No, but he's tanking the turret for us, so we're going to just dive it. Which is okay to do when you got Singe tanking for you, but Singe ended up dying, and Tibbers is tanking the turret for me. Now what you'll see me do right here is I take care of the minions, so that way the minions can push up without having to deal with another wave, and we can just do straight damage to the turret. We don't have to worry about anything else. So as you can see, I'll just start taking the turret from this side. That means it's basically gone. Me and Ashe hitting the turret with Tibber is just not going to happen. So again, just go back to farming. It's all about your creep score. It's going to allow your builds to get stronger. The way you look at it is, a lot of people are thinking, oh, we got to get kills, got to get kills. Early to mid game, creep's worth 15 to 25 gold. You think 8 or 9 creep kills, that's a kill. I mean, that's a full kill for, so that's the way to think about it, unless like the person's fed and you kill them, then you get 500 gold. But see me coming behind here, this is risky to do. I wouldn't suggest someone new playing, but since I got my buddies with me in Skype, he put him in the arena and we just ganked right there hard. I got a little triple, Jarvan got Renekton. Not much you can really do against that. It's just gonna happen. It's a little risky because I'm a squishy champ playing in like that, but I got blue buff, so we're gonna go just try to take this turret real fast. It's not gonna be hard because they're all respawning. So it ended up being a really great play, mostly on Jarvan's part. I mean, that's really who made that play happen. So again, just farming up mid. And you'll see we'll try to get some quick hits on this tower, just because we know a couple of them are dead. So we'll get as many hits as we can, then we'll just get out of here. Now, I turn around there and just try to get a stun off because Teemo had some move quick ability, and I didn't want him running FC. You can see he just did it right there. I don't want him coming after me, so I pop my shield. So if he does hit me, he's not gonna do a ton of damage. And then Singe comes in and backs us up. I end up just returning to the base, and then I come back out, full mana, full health. It's usually a good idea. Now that's a huge damper. If you're playing a good Teemo, they build mostly AD, a little AP, and those mushrooms start doing a lot of damage. I got a nice little double right there again. Wait for your tank to initiate. You saw Jarvan initiate, and then we took care of it, and then amazing arrow flashed up. Didn't know Singe was gonna pop her back like that. I probably wouldn't have wasted my flash, but See, I just kind of walk away from that because I see my teammates are probably going to take care of it. So there's no point for me to chase that down. And then I can push this lane a little bit, and then they'll come up from the jungle and help me take this tower. Mordekaiser just gets taken. Just, there's no choice. There's no chance to even make it through that. Again, Teemo comes up here. He can't do anything against 5 of us. We could dive him underneath the turret. He would just have no chance. Now, maybe him and Mundo, they could get a couple of us, but I feel pretty confident. You just wait for them to come out and commit. Now, one thing that they could have done there that would have been better is sit underneath the turret and don't allow us, you know, to come after you. And you saw Teemo come out to those front stairs. It's an easy kill. So, Alistar kind of runs in there, kind of a bad play, because it's one thing to do what Jarvan did, because they were all dead, with the exception of, I think, Soraka and Teemo, Soraka, and as you can see here, I allow Renekton to catch up to me, which is a mistake. And this is me coming off a respawn, just straight away, so I go out and try to get that stun up ready to go. And I don't know if you guys know this, but that Q ability, if you kill something, it doesn't matter if it's a minion or a champ, you get your mana back for it. So just so you guys know, I mean, it's an easy way to save a lot of mana. You'll see it. I'll go for a low creep usually, and I usually keep it at around 4. Okay, I didn't right there. Usually I'll keep it around 4 on that stun, and then cast my Molten Shield, and then I'll be able to, you know, stun with Q, land with Tibbers, then use my flames, and you can burst them down, you know, 1,000 damage, 1,500 damage pretty fast. So, as you can see, I didn't cut this out of the video because I want to show you guys how to do a real gank. See, Singed sees Renekton going out a little bit, so Renekton takes off, and then J4 goes through the river. I come up a little bit more, just, you know, in case he got past them and they needed a stun. It looked like they probably would have got him regardless without me, but it's good to hit him just because you get assist gold. You might steal the kill, but it's good to do the assist gold. J4 initiates. There's just 3 of us here, but I don't know. At this point, we feel pretty confident we're not going to lose. Unfortunately, right there, Alistar actually got killed by Mordekaiser's ult, and that was not good. Right here, though, I got lucky. I stunned like 3 or 4 people with those flames because I had my stun up, and then I come around again, wasted flash, and we get a nice win. They forfeit about 18 minutes into the game. Well, probably 20 minutes into the game, but it's a pretty good game. So thanks for watching, and comment. Thank you very much.